SQL injection and prepared statement. Previously, we wrote this statement with a dynamic query, which is a string, which could be assembled during the runtime. Let's assume that we have a dynamic query like this. Okay, so select everything from dish where ID equal to something, then this something is a parameter that we need to get from the user, and we just put it here. Okay, just let's assume this is a keyboard input, for example, from the user. Okay, or it's just from the website, from the front end. And if the user give a good one, okay, so give a normal ID. If you run the code, then we're going to get normal data. If the user somehow is smart enough to bypass this and put a parameter, something look like this, then probably they could get something that they are not supposed to get, or they can maybe could cause more dangerous damage. Okay, so this is we call it a SQL injection. It is because the parameter passed from the outside of this code is written in a way that it can twist our SQL query to behave differently. So this is very dangerous, and as a backend developer, we have to be very careful about whenever we write the queries. We have to make sure the statement is safe enough. Okay, so this is the SQL injection issue. And the prepare statement is a way that we can prepare our statement before we execute it, so that it can prevent the SQL injection, and also at the same time, because the query is static, is already generated, so the performance would be a little bit better, okay, so than the normal statement. So prepare statement will look like this. So we can just use connection, create a prepare statement, and when we create prepare statement, it's not like create statement we don't have anything in the constructor parameter. So here, when you create a statement, prepare statement, you have to put the query into it. Okay, so basically it's like whenever you want to create something, you have to put this query first, so that the statement could be fixed. Okay, and then we can just simply put like we set a float ID is integer. Okay, so we can set an integer. First parameter is gonna be 3. Okay, so in this case now the user input is no longer, first of all, it's not a string anymore. So this could be like very complicated things like this. Okay, so even though it's gonna be a string, for example, a name or something, but that parameter will be treated as part of this question mark, like inside of the parameter, ID equal to everything. Okay, inside whatever you give. If you think of it, this is like is skipped, okay, by the quotes. Okay, so in this case, now we can do the same idea, same thing. So you can just create a result set, and then create a result set, and we call it, oh sorry, this is not, this would be prepare statement. Right? Prepare statement, and then this will be the result set. Okay, result set 1, 1, and 1 here. Okay, and then here this ps.query execute query. Okay, so here we can just print a delimiter. All right, and then we can run the code. Okay, so nothing is printed out. Okay, so wire ID equal to, I don't know, 3 is not there. Let's put 1. Set ID integer. Let's see if our dish table. Right, we have 2, right? We don't have a 1. Let's see. Okay, here. This is the error, rs1. Okay. All right. So this is the code. Okay, so it's working fine. And if we change to 3. Okay, so it's working. Okay, so this is a prepare statement, and this is statement. So both of them are commonly used, but just to keep in mind, statement could cause SQL injection issue, and you have to be very careful about the input parameters. So we can do some validation about this query, about this input, so that we can get rid of some like those kind of illegal characters. So before we send this query to the database. Prepare statement is very safe, but the problem of prepare statement is it's not dynamic. So it means that whenever you fix this where clause, you cannot just keep adding new things after it. Like, what if I want a group by? Can I dynamically, based on the condition, add a group by, add a join? Prepare statement cannot do that, but statement can do that. So dynamic or safe. Okay, so that's the two trade-offs balance that we should make. Okay, thank you.